right down to a moderately coarse texture on it. What did we come up with on texture? Moderately coarse? Excellent. Excellent. Very good.
There's a substitute on, texture. It's not at this point.
Not at this point.
And then the red one.
For fine, when you're working up your fine texture,
The red one's fine.
The red one's fine.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he's got a few textures over there.
And that's my new bit.
For your fine, when you rub that out, this one here is, again, getting the moisture content is very important on this. Right now, this is still a little too wet.
Now, would that one there be classified as the reddish brown?
This one here?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Thing on this one here, you look at it, there's mica in here from my hands, but the relative mica in this sample compared to what I just had is a lot less. When I rub it out, it's starting to give me a smooth appearance to it. I don't feel any grittiness here. And once I get it to the right moisture content, it's giving me a little bit of a ribbon. Still not right. Compared to that other one, I am getting a little bit of a ribbon now. I'm getting a much longer ribbon. So you get about a knuckle and a half, 2 knuckles, you're kind of getting into the moderately fine range there. The big thing is it's smooth. When I rub it out, it smears. I'm not getting any cracking on there. I'm getting a nice smooth face. That's kind of the difference between something that's coarser and something that's getting a little finer. Then if you had a fine, you'd be getting about a 3 or 4 knuckle ribbon on that one. Real smooth, real shiny. So you can see how this is, I start getting the better moisture content, how it holds together. This one here was, what was this one, center one?
That's the mildly coarse sub.
Yeah, it's mildly coarse sub.
With mica? With mica.
Okay. Again, you compare that to what I just had. You can see it's not even holding together. I can't even get a ribbon out of it. It will hold together. So that means I'm not a coarse texture. Balled up, it's holding together pretty good. But when I go to try to ribbon it, I can't even get it over top of my finger. So that means I have something holding together, some flays in there, some silts there, but there's not enough to form a good ribbon on there, so this would be your moderately coarse one. So for our surface texture, we're moderately coarse. Now, for subsoil texture in this one, hold that together, balled up. It's not holding together as well. It's cracking. You can see how that's falling apart. It's not holding together. And the other thing is, the sand grains are a little coarser in here. So you can kind of feel them more. And it's definitely not even, I can't even get it over my finger before it breaks. So for the subsoil on this one, what did you call this?
Coarse.
Coarse, very good. See the difference on them? If you don't, speak up. Here's the top, here's the sub. You see See, I'm getting a little something holding together there. This one here, it's not even really holding together. You feel a little more body to the top and the canvas up. Again, keep in mind the mica, how that's going to impact it. These soles are high in mica. It's all this white glistening stuff you can see on my hand. If you look at my hand, you'll see some shiny stuff on there. That's the mica coming into play on there. Little shiny specks on there. And that will impact how you're going to hold that down. White specks on there. And when you get it, you can see them because they'll shine. Any questions on the texture? Okay. Depth class. What do we call for depth class? Very deep. Very good. There's really no obstruction in here. There's no bedrock. This layer here did get a little firm, but you can see the roots are still getting down through there. There's cracks and voids that roots can penetrate through that. It does get a little firm, but the variability is such that you can get through there and over on this other side. The firmness, you lose the firmness on there. So it's not like we have a seam of bedrock in here, down through here. It's very friable down through here. Loose. Nothing that's going to restrict the root penetration down through the profile. And there's no fragipan that we'd have to deal with. Fragipans for a restricted feature. Basically, when you hit one of those, you'll be going down, you get that knife through that soil pretty easy, and all of a sudden you hit something that's real hard. It takes you a lot of pressure to get that knife into that soil profile. It takes you a lot of pressure to get a pad, break down a pad, and generally you see some vertical streaking within that soil. That would be a fragipan. Yes?
So is that like going to the bedrock or is it going
something that's hard and resistant, like the bedrock could be one, or it could be that fragipan. What I'm talking about, the fragipan, when you're going down, your knife will be going through the profile pretty easy, and all of a sudden you're going to hit something that's going to be, you'll notice it'll be very resistant. You have to basically shove your body in there to get a pet out, and you'll have probably some vertical streaking in there also. And the structure will be really well expressed on the micro sense.
And that's how you go by your bottom mark?
Pardon?
That's how you go by your bottom mark?
That would be your restricted feature, so whatever depth that came into, that would be the depth of your
Alright, so you don't go where that staple's punched in at?
No, this could be deeper than your restricted, your soil depth there for rooting depth. So that's, you got to find out where that restricted layer is.
Okay.
Pick that up. Any questions on that? Good. Drainage. What do we get for drainage? Well drained. Very good. Again, although we have some kind of variegated colors in here, some modeling going on, these are not due to wetness features. Your grays, I think there was some samples back there where you had some red soil with some gray modeling, yellow soil with yellow brownish with some gray modeling. So there are some examples of the modeling back there. But here, this particular profile, you don't have any grays. Again, these colors that appear gray are coarser. They're not irregular. There's not a lot of iron associated with them. And they're not really following any kind of soil face or structural face. So that's kind of your grays on that for indication of wetness. Anyone have a question on how to determine wetness? Looking for the grays, the type of grays, the association of them. Speak now. You have the question, probably 10 other people have it also. Okay. So then you get to